I am not able to find the right words when I start speaking in English. Hi, Namaste, welcome back to Learn with Gowthami channel. The topic I mentioned there is one of the problem that is faced by so many English speakers and so many English learners. If you are one of those, this video is right for you, so continue to watch. The first reason why so many of us could not find the correct word while delivering a speech or while communicating with others is that due to anxiety. We are very excited to speak to them and we could not find the right words because we go blank. Calm down and then start speaking. Put down the feeling of anxiety into control and then start speaking. Then automatically your brain will be able to easily identify the words that you need to put in the speech while speaking. It is as simple as that. You need not be excited or you need not show your anxiety to anyone. Put them into control and start speaking, then you will find the correct words. Your mind will help you to find the words. The second most common reason why we are stuck without knowing which word to use is that we do dual activity. If we are in a conversation with someone, instead of listening what they are saying, in the mind we frame sentences and we frame answers to the question that he is asking. Without even listening completely and putting mind into it, we start framing our answers, which is a very bad idea. You know, a good listener is a good speaker. If you won't listen the question itself clearly, then what are you going to answer them? And one more thing is that you need to give an impression to the other person that you are paying interest to him. You should not make that moment as awkward. You should not make others feel that you are not interested in what they are saying. It brings an bad impression to them. We must pay all our attention, listen to them keenly, and then we need to answer. In this way, if we do so, automatically our mind relaxes and put up all the words in a form that you can deliver it. So don't be a bad listener. Better be a good listener, and a good listener will always be a good speaker too. You should not concentrate on both listening and thinking at the same time. If you do this dual activity in your brain every time, no one will be interested to speak to you. You must be able to communicate your feelings to them. You must be able to communicate your ideas to them. If they are not at all interested to listen what you are saying because you did not listen what they said, then how the conversation is going to pick up? Am I right? So, instead of doing this dual activity of listening and thinking at the same time, stop thinking. First listen to the question, then think and respond. This is a good way in which your communication skills and the rapport between you and the co-speaker is also going to improve. Try this activity without fail. The third reason is that you are speaking too fast. If you speak too fast, sometimes your brain would not catch the speed and you would not get the right words to speak. So don't be too fast. Be at the medium at which you are comfortable with. Maintain that normal speed when you are speaking. You need not speak too fast. One of the reason maybe is that you have only a limited vocabulary, only a limited set of words. It's not a problem. If you have only a limited set of words, then you need to do one thing. That is, you need to start describing the words instead of telling the actual words with the words you know. I think you got my point. For example, I want to say that this is a pen, but I could not recollect the word pen. Sorry for the silly example, but listen me out. I want to tell you that I need a pen, but I could not recollect the word pen. So I can tell it as, we use it to write. It is not erasable. I wanted once to write. Okay, it is as simple as that. The example is so silly, but I think you understood the concept behind it. So, if you want to ask something and you could not get the correct word, just describe it with the words you know. In this way, even if you are stuck with the words, you can continue the conversation. In order to overcome this problem, you need to read more and pile up the words into your vocabulary. And remember that it is not at all needed to pile up your vocabulary with the unnecessary words. If you see any word that you could not put into practice while speaking to someone, there is no need to use that word. Okay? Practice only those words that you are able to speak and you are convinced that you would speak them or you would use them when you communicate to others. One problem is that you know so many words or so many alternate words along with the single word. For example, for the word happy, you know so many alternate words like overjoyed, excited, delighted, etc. Then your mind will be in a confusion to choose the words, and in this way your mind is not going to give you the correct word at that moment. So don't create a conflict every time between the words. Just whatever word you recollect, speak it out. It's okay. It's fine. My suggestion is that if in case you counter this problem of not recollecting the correct words while speaking, then you need not worry. Just take pauses. Taking pauses is a mantra to speak fluently. Fluency is not about how fast you speak. It's about how are you delivering about your ideas to the other person. If you are able to communicate, if the other person is able to understand what you are speaking, it means that you are fluent in English. If the words run one after the other in a flow, then it is called as fluency. Fluency is not at all linked to the speed with which you speak. Don't try to be a fast speaker. Try to be a fluent speaker. There is a lot of difference between a fluent speaker and a fast speaker. Please understand it. After taking a pause, relax yourself. You can say them that, I know it, but I could not recollect the word. Just give me a minute. Let me think a while. Instead of staying calm or creating a long gap in between the conversation, you can use these simple phrases which help you to fill up that gap. That is the reason I am telling you so many times to learn at least basic phrases that are useful to you every day. In your regular speech. Another advice is that if you could not deliver the right word, don't stop your conversation. If you stop your conversation, you start fumbling and you start to be afraid of speaking again, of continuing again. Instead, stay calm, take pause, think of it and start speaking. There is no need to be afraid of it. If you could not get the correct word, it's okay. It's fine. The other speaker is going to understand you. But sometimes we would counter some of the persons who would not understand us, but it would not be the case every time, right? Make it a habit to practice daily. I have already said you, practice makes man perfect. Practice is the key. Because if you practice every day, if you record yourself every day, then what happens is that after seeing them, you would come to know where you are doing mistakes. Then it will be easy for you to correct and it will be useful to you when you are going to start conversation with a person. Because already you have corrected yourself and it will be very easy to your mind to suggest with the correct word. Not only that, if you must give a seminar, practice it. Write the whole thing in your own words. Simple words that your mind is able to catch. Don't go for hi-fi words. Use those words that are very simple and your mind is able to understand them. And even if you forget the word, your mind must be able to explain it. Pick up those words and write a speech in your own words. Practice them. And in this way, you can deliver any speech or any seminar in a very good way. Learn limited words, bring all the words that you know but you are not using into practice, and then learn new words. In this way, even if you know limited words, you can happily do conversations with anyone. Just be confident, practice every day. So that's it for today, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to like it, share it to as many friends as possible if they are in need of this video and if they are facing this problem, and do subscribe our channel and suggest me with the problems that you are facing while speaking English so that I could help and all of us can together overcome the problems. See you soon in the next video.